Okay, so there you are, Painted Black. We thought you were going to come into the Zoom earlier when we were taking our break. Now, let me get to this. Where are you guys? Here? Here? Are you here? Are you here? Hold on, maybe get my thing up. I'm all discombobulated. There we go. And let me see if I'm in the right one. Why does it say waiting for Mommy Ramblings? Oh, here we go. Sorry. There we go, Mommy Ramblings. So, after we talked about that couple that propped the guy up and took him to the bank, now that's making all the headlines. We already talked about that last night. There's some other really wacko things, okay? Elijah Vue, we talked a little bit about it last night. There was a video on the cell phones that they saw that was deleted, and it shows Elijah with a blindfold on and bruised. We're going to talk about that. And then there's a 96-year-old woman in California who was killed while baking cookies because this scammer that was tired of waiting for her to die because they wanted her house decided that they had to take her out because she was living too long. Okay? Yeah. And then these men up there, they wanted to kill a woman by blowing up her home, but the details that have come out that they were also planning to scalp her and feed her daughter to a snake, a python. Yeah. So we're going to go over this stuff, okay? Hi, Painted Black. Hi, Margot, Kevin, Leonard, and everyone watching. Thank you so much. We've just crossed over. Okay. So thank you to all our new subscribers. Appreciate it very much. Let me get, which I think we'll do Elijah Vue first, okay? There's a story out in Utah, okay? I just have to, I don't even know. I've got to be very careful. So what I'm going to say, you're going to have to infer what I'm going to say. Utah parents that admitted to assaulting SA, their own teenage daughter, as they felt it would be safer than her having relations with strangers. Keep that in mind. That these are the kind of people raising kids today. And then a boyfriend shoved his girlfriend in front of a New York subway train, and she lost both of her feet. And that happened in Manhattan today, Saturday. Crazy. Crazy. All right, so let's talk about Elijah Vue right now, and then we'll go to and talk about other things, okay? So apparently Elijah Vue's mother took a photo that showed him bruised and blindfolded days before he was reported missing. She deleted it, but the revelation of this photo video comes among a slew of additional details that are released in new court documents, and they're filed against the mother of Elijah Vue. We went through these, okay? Authorities allege that Katrina Bauer, 31 years old, forced her son to stay with her boyfriend, 39-year-old Jesse Vang, at his apartment in Two Rivers because she wanted him to teach him how to be a man. Okay? Yeah. And these court documents, this criminal complaint alleges the timeline of Katrina Bowers and Vang's movements in the days leading up to Elijah being reported missing. So they say that she left her 6-year-old alone, unattended in a vehicle on February 14th. And it was when there were temperatures that were below freezing. She didn't leave the vehicle on. She didn't leave. No, they left the child, the 6-year-old, in that vehicle. And then there was a picture taken at 3:13 a.m. that same day, and it showed Elijah on a bed with a blindfold over his eyes. He appeared to have a bruising all over his neck, jaw, and arm. Then she deleted that an hour later. She took that picture and deleted it at 4:12. And then it alleges that she left Elijah unattended for at least 1 hour on February 16th. We went through these documents the other day. You can go back in our video. But I just wanted to bring that out, okay? Let's talk about this woman. This is crazy. So let me get this here. Santa Barbara County. Violet Evelyn Alberts. Let me get her picture up here, okay? Okay. So here we go. Let me get her picture up. I'm going to have to make it a little smaller. She looks like somebody I know. Okay. So she was in great health, vibrant. She was getting ready to bake cookies for her birthday. Okay? She got the ingredients out. She's ready to bake cookies. She's 96 years old. You could see her. She looks like she keeps fit and active. And she was in her Montecito, California home. And this happened in 2022 in an alleged murder-for-hire plot. Now, this case, just like a lot of the murder-for-hire plots, they have a tangled web, right? When first we practice to deceive. Just like Adelson and, the Stamping Up people, there's quite a web here of financial exploitation. So Violet was found dead on May 27th of 2022. And deputies with the Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office began investigating her death. And they found a broken window in the back of her home. So there was a news conference on Thursday, and a medical examiner determined that Violet died from asphyxiation, and the manner of her death was homicide. During this investigation, deputies learned that Violet had allegedly been tricked into signing her home over in the wealthy Santa Barbara County neighborhood, okay? So she was taken advantage of. She's signing her home over, but she's living her best life, and she's 96 years old, right? And so they uncovered that she was the victim of a murder-for-hire scheme. Investigators identified a woman named Pauline Macareno, not the Macarena, Macareno, 48 years old. And she's the central figure in this web of deceit, right? Macareno was referred to Alberts, who needed additional money after she aged out of her savings. Okay, so let's get Pauline Macareno. Pauline up here. This is Pauline. She looks like a YouTuber, right? Okay. She didn't have, so their target, Violet, didn't have any immediate family in the area. And she lived in a very valuable home. It's not clear how Pauline Macareno crossed paths with Violet, how she was referred there by someone, how they met, how did that come about is not clear. But in 2020, Pauline capitalized on Violet's vulnerability, right? And she engages in financial elder abuse and begins forging documents, establishing fraudulent entities in order to get control of Violet's assets. Macareno's scheme involved offering Albert a reverse mortgage that ultimately led to fraudulent acquisition of her property. Brown decided to go into detail on the motivation behind the murder. He declined to go into that, but he said, in the eyes of Pauline Macareno, Mrs. Alberts was living too long. She was tired of waiting, okay? She's 96 years old. How much longer am I going to have to wait? Is what she was thinking, right? She was arrested in June of 2022. She was charged with elder abuse, fraud, and manipulation of legal documents. She was recently sentenced to 6 years in a state prison for fraud related to Violet Albert's case. Additional charges are pending. But there are 3 other people that were arrested this year in connection with this case. And Harry Magian was arrested on January 2nd. And Henry Rostomayan was arrested on February 24th, and Ricardo Martin del Campo on Tuesday. So this has been ongoing, right? Okay. This is Henry Rostomayan. Rostomayan and Martin del Campo are accused of doing a scouting trip at Violet's home on May 24th of 2022. Rostomayan and Martin del Campo and Basmadajan were arrested on several charges, and they ranged from murder to conspiracy and solicitation of murder. Rostomayan is 33. Martin del Campo is 41. They're being held in the Santa Barbara jail, county jail, with no bail. And Basmadajan, 58, has been held in the federal custody in Los Angeles on an unrelated charge. And he suffered a life-threatening emergency, this is a 58-year-old, that left him essentially brain dead. Brown declined again to say how these 3 males are connected to Macareno. And this here is Ricardo Martin del Campo, the other guy. The third guy is not, So the sheriff described Violet as a vibrant widow, said she was a cherished figure in the Montecito community, and she moved to the area after her husband, David Alberts, died in 1993. 31 years. 31 years. She's living her best life, right? The sheriff said, despite Violet's age, she remained active and engaged in their community, and she was well known for her warm demeanor and her social nature. She didn't have any family who lived nearby, and she relied on her friendships and her connections that she had in the neighborhood. And on the very night she was killed, she's at her home baking cookies to celebrate her birthday. And the ingredients were found on the table okay, when they went there May 27th of 2022. And then the sheriff's office was called to go out and check on Violet's welfare. Her caretaker had discovered her body. So the sheriff says investigators are still seeking additional information in the case. So hopefully they're going to tie this up. But unbelievable. 96 years old and, has to die such a violent death like that. It's horrible. People are just so mean, just so evil. It's ridiculous. Okay. Now let's talk about our third story here, okay? All right. We are going to, let's see if we've got, this is for immediate release. We're going to talk about this. Let me get their picture up here, okay? All right. So, 2 South Georgia men were indicted Wednesday after allegedly using an explosive to blow up a home in 2023. That's not all. They had conspired to put a snake in the house to cause harm to the victim's daughter. Stephen Glosser, 37, and Caleb Kinsey, 34, both of Bryan County, Georgia, were indicted on federal charges of stalking, use of an explosive to commit a felony, conspiracy to use an explosive to commit a felony, and possession of an unregistered destructive device. And this is all from Barry Paschal, the spokesperson for the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Southern District of Georgia. Kinsey was also charged with giving false statements during the purchase of a firearm and possession of firearms by a convicted felon. Okay, so let's go to this, and this says here, the conspiracy charge carries a statutory penalty upon conviction of up to 20 years in prison with an additional 10 years upon conviction for the charge of using an explosive to commit a felony. There is no parole in the federal system. The indictment returned by the March session of the U.S. District Court grand jury was announced by the Southern District of Georgia U.S. Attorney Jill E. Steinberg. It alleges that from December 2022 to January 2023, the two men used electronic communications to place victim one under surveillance with the intent to kill, injure, harass, or intimidate, and use a destructive device during that conduct. The conspiracy charge describes that they used cell phones to create a plan to kill, to intimidate, harass, or injure the victim through methods that included shooting arrows into the victim's front door, acquiring and releasing a large python into the victim's home to eat the victim's daughter, mailing dog feces or dead rats to the victim's home, scalping the victim, and blowing up the victim's home. The indictment further alleges that Glosser located the victim's home by way of the internet through searches and mapped out a path to her residence, and then Kinsey acquired and built an explosive device at Glosser's home using tannerite that Kinsey purchased online.
The two then used a destructive device to blow up the victim's home on or about January 13th of 2023. Both Glosser and Kinsey are in custody, awaiting further court proceedings. They are considered innocent unless and until proven guilty. This case is being investigated by the Bryan County Fire and Emergency Services, the Bryan County Sheriff's Office, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, the Chatham County Sheriff's Office, and the K-9 Unit, the Savannah Fire Department, and the Grant Parish, Louisiana Sheriff's Office, and prosecuted for the United States by the Southern District of Georgia Assistant U.S. Attorney L. Alexander Hamner. Okay. And so that was the press release on that. Crazy. Just crazy. Hang on a minute here. Let me go. Okay. And now let me go to you guys over here. Hi, Sandra M. How are you? How's it going? So, hey, Prime Objective. Good to see you. Good to see you. What's been going on? Yeah, it is like a movie, right? They sound like Dumb and Dumber, though, right? They're gonna... Let's get a python and throw it in their house and let it go. Let's put arrows in the door. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And so I want to talk a little bit about sister wives as well, because we were watching someone somewhere else that apparently knows Mary, has met Cody, has met Mary, and some of them through LuLaRoe. And she'd been saying some stuff, but in that, people were saying that there was emergency services or something that was called to Cody's house. And then on another platform, I saw that, you know, there were things about Janelle shutting down, and some of it is like for headlines, and some, of course, they have suffered a tremendous loss, the loss of a child. They are responding. I've seen Christine is responding, Mary, others. They said that they were very thankful for their last vacation that they went on together. But I want to see about these emergency calls that were called, and just see if we can see what we can see about that. Okay, so let me get graphics up here. Up here. Okay. So apparently, Cody and Robin Brown's home in Flagstaff, Arizona, was visited by a care team on the night of March 7th, Thursday. That was 2 days after Cody and Janelle's son, Robert Garrison Brown, was found deceased and allegedly took his life. So, through another YouTuber, TikToker, I don't know what she's doing now, Crystal Ball, reports that a neighbor of the couple contacted her and told her that 3 cars whizzed through the neighborhood around 7:30 p.m. local time and arrived at Cody and Robin's home. Now, as I told you, grain of salt, but you can check it out probably through a report, right? So the care units are trained behavioral health specialists and a Flagstaff Fire Department firefighter EMT go together, and it was created in 2022 to deal with 911 and non-emergency calls in cases that don't pose a threat to public safety. So let me see here. Okay, let's read this. So Garrison was found by his brother Gabe, who was 22. Gabe went to check on him at Janelle's insistence after she had been made aware of some worrisome texts that he shared on Monday, March 4th. So when Gabe discovered what happened, he tried to bring Cody back to Garrison's house, but then returned alone, according to authorities. And a report said, and I quote, "After speaking with Janelle, Gabe left the scene to pick up his father and return with him to the apartment. However, another family member went to assist, and Gabe returned a while later on his own." What a horrible thing, right? For him to have to find his brother like that. Officers spoke with Gabe as well as Garrison's roommates and found out that he was allegedly battling some issues and was depressed. During season 18 of Sister Wives, Janelle expressed concern about how Gabe and Garrison's estrangement from their father Cody was affecting her sons emotionally. And she said, and I quote, "I have worried about my boy's mental health. Gabriel feels everything very, very deeply, but he's also the kid who doesn't say anything." She added that Garrison just seems angry or sadder, like he's not as happy-go-lucky as he used to be. So sad situation. Heartbreaking for, for them to lose a sibling, but for Gabe to have to find his sibling in that state. Horrific, right? Horrific pain. Something he, will be with him forever. Horrible. I feel very, very badly for them. That is horrendous. Okay, let's see what else we can. See what's going on with them. Any other news? Okay, and apparently Garrison's roommate, Addison Mealy, broke her silence about his death. She said that, and I quote, "All I have to say is that he was a wonderful person with nothing but positivity to give to others. He helped me greatly when I needed a place to stay. He was a good friend and a good landlord. He is a good person and someone I look up to." Garrison is survived by his parents and his siblings. Janelle and Cody separated in December of 2022, and they share sons Logan, 27, Hunter, 26, Gabriel, 21, Maddie, 27, and Savannah, 18. So they had four boys. They have four boys. Let me say four. And wait, Savannah, Logan, Hunter, Gabriel, Garrison. Those are all boys, right? Maddie and Savannah, 18. Okay. And let's see. Janelle. How old is Janelle? Is she the oldest one? Because Christine's 51 and Mary's 53. Not sure how old Robin is. Okay, let's see here. Oh no. Scott Hamilton? When was this? Scott Hamilton is facing a third brain tumor, and this time he said he's decided not to treat it. He's 65 years old. You remember Scott Hamilton? He recalled a moment in 2016 when he learned that a pituitary tumor in his brain had returned. Wait a second. Hold on a second. Let me see this. All right, let me see what this is about. He used to always do a little program to walk this way, right? He's 65. Okay. Didn't realize that. Let's see what's up with this. That picture right there is from 1996. So let's see what is going on. Okay. So it says that, let's see, in February, Scott Hamilton reunited with two top figure skaters he beat to earn his gold medal in 1984. Brian Orser of Canada, and who was the silver medal winner, and the bronze medalist Josef Sabovic of Czechoslovakia. And I quote him saying, "That's extremely rare. I can't think of another podium that would want to be back together 40 years later." So the reunion meant even more to Hamilton because the occasion was a fundraiser for the Scott Hamilton Cares Foundation, which funds cancer battling research. Okay. And the cause is personal for him. His mother died from skin cancer in 1977 when he was just a teenager, and he himself overcame testicular, oh yeah, I forgot about that. He had testicular cancer as well in 1997, and he's facing a brain tumor for the third time in 20 years. The first time, radiation knocked it out. The second time, he had 9 surgeries to get rid of the tumor. This last time, when it came back in 2016, Hamilton faced again with a difficult surgery, decided to forego any treatment until and unless he started experiencing symptoms. That decision has been the focus of many media reports this week, brought on by the coverage of the 40th anniversary of his only Olympic gold. So, wow, this happened in 2016, and that's 8 years he's been living with this, right? Without any treatment. At first he got scans every now and then, and sometimes the tumor was bigger and sometimes it was smaller. But he stopped going in for scans. And he said, I'm not going to worry about this one unless I become symptomatic, like losing my eyesight or other health issues. And then I have options. Right now I'm just trying to be productive and be as busy as I can, living as totally normal a life as I can to be a good citizen and fund cancer research. Wow, so that's pretty incredible. Good for him. I hope he lives to a ripe old age without, and this is healed completely. That's amazing. Okay, let me see here. So that's why they're bringing it up, because they're getting together for this 40th anniversary. I got it. Okay. And let's see what else we can talk about here. Okay, so let me see what you guys are saying. Let me go this way. There we go. Okay, go back to where you guys are over here. Let's see. Oh my gosh, get that song out of You Need to Buy My Love Painted Black. Yeah, right? You really don't need to buy it. You have my love. You don't need to buy it at all. You got it. Bought it. By George, I think she's got it. Let's see. Hi, Christine. How are you? Let's see. Mr. Electric, how are you doing? You doing that slide? You should take a video of yourself doing the electric slide when you're down there scuba diving. That would probably go viral, right? Look at this guy, Mr. Electric. Or, you wouldn't want to be around an electric eel, but that would be like Mr. Electric and his electric eels. But not real ones, you know what I mean? Just your backup dancers. Mr. Electric and his electric eels. All right, so yeah, that's funny, right, Mr. Electric? Okay, what are we doing now? We had a successful sale, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to do a word cookies, and then we're going to retire into the Zoom, and whoever wants to come along can. And you never know what will happen in a Zoom after hours. Never. can never be predicted. But I will pull up the word cookies, and that can be predicted that we're going to do the daily puzzle, which is going to again alert us that March is almost over. Okay, and we'll see what we get here. And we've got a 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 wins news. Give us 22 minutes and we'll give you the world. Do you remember that? Do you guys have that? 10, 10 wins news? Okay. Oh, it's March 10th. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay. So look at this, Mr. Electric, for you, a reefs and reef. And no, I don't have a lisp. We need a new reef for the front door. Get some reefs at Michael's for the front door. No, we don't need that. Okay. How about freeze and freezes and freeze me, see, fee. Okay, we're done with the 3-letter words. So we're going to say, what are we going to say now? Sear and we'll get a bunch of fees. And here we're going to did sear. Oh, what are we going to do? What would you would think there would be a Z? This whole thing that you use the Z in 2 words, right? What can we do here? What would this one be? Who knows this one? Come on, people. Oh, surf. Okay. There we go. We got it. And I don't even know where we are on this. Claim that. Let's try this. Did we do oblong? Oblong. Oh, how about blown? Hello? Oh, gown, right? Gown. We did long. It's an extra word. Okay. How long? No, we need to. Oh, how about wool? We did wool, right? No. We erase it up now. 1, we did that, right? And that's just another one. Own. Okay, that means there's got to be another one. Oboe? No, it's not an oboe like that. Did own. Glow. Glob. Glippy glob. Gloopy. Okay. But Golo. I don't know, what is it? Mr. Electric? Mr. Electric? I don't know. How about glow? If we had to use glow, hold on a minute. We do glow. That leaves us bond glow, knob glow.
No, now glow. Now glob. No, glob now. Now. Blog now. Goal. I don't know. Goon. No. Boon. No. Glob now. Glob one. I don't know. What is it? I don't know, right? I don't know. I can't think right now. I can't think. Low nog. I don't know. We'll have to do this tomorrow, I think. I don't know. No log. I don't know. What do you think? Hey there, murder crows. Longbow. That sounds like it's going to be good. Yes, it does. Longbow. And it is. That's very good. Longbow. So what is this? Loo, maybe? Loo. No, it can't be. It's got to be between an N and an O. And what can this be? Oh, no? No. Yoko? No. Bowl? B-O-W-L. Beautiful. Thank you. And this is gown, glow. No. L-O. Logo. Okay. Owl. There it is.
Very nice. There we go. We're going to call it quits at that one tonight because we're not anywhere near our advancement level, but we'll get there. Thank you guys for coming in. God bless. Prayers. We'll see you tomorrow. Everybody be good. And I'm in the, okay, yeah. And prayers for everyone that needs them. God bless. Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Be good. Bye-bye now.